What's up, guys? It's AAJD here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a horror to your or add a full horror to your real time fan game. Um Basically there's a lot of tutorials out there that kind of don't work, or they kind of don't explain it too well. I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can for you guys. Um if it does come helpful, please consider subscribing. Also all the scripts will be in the link in the comments in the Discord. So, and you can also hang out with my awesome community. So yeah, first you need Blender. We're gonna make the map. So click A and delete. And also at the top left, I'm gonna put it up real quick. It's gonna put the times of each and everything I do is. So I'll say like map between. It'll say map skip to this time. It'll say saying a poor AI this time and animating this time or something like that. Well, I don't know what I'm going to fully do yet. But yeah, let's start with the map. You can click add, mesh, cube, and you can create a cube, or not a cube. Click add mesh, plane, and make the plane. This is going to be how big your horror map is. I'm just going to do this for the tutorial. Click tab, click this face selecting, right click and subdivide this a lot of times. I think this will be good. And now just highlight whatever you want to be part of your caves. Like, say I want to have like this to be part of my cave, and I want to make a right turn or left turn. Like, this is just gonna be the cave. Like, just kind of make what you like. You know what I mean? Just kind of go for what you like. All right, I'm in mine right here. Now, what you're gonna do is once you trace it all out, you're going to just right click while in edit mode. Click separate section. It's going to separate the section. Click tab. And you're going to go back into here. Click the plane that just says plane. You can get rid of it. Now you're only going to have this. Click tab. A. And then you're going to click E and extrude it up a bit. Now this is going to be your map. You're going to be like, hey, JDH, this is not a caves map or whatever you're making. This might be a facility for you. It will work. But this is not how it's gonna look. You're gonna want it to look. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click this little option up here, internal and backface culling. Then click tab again, click A, shift N, and right down here, click this little arrow. It's gonna be you can't see it. But right here, click recalculate normals and click inside, and it'll flip it. Just like that. Now you got a little map. If you want a facility, you can have it as a facility. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to do a cave. So now, once you do it, go to the wrench, click add modifier, type in subdivision surface, and you can change this to 2, depending how bumpy you want it. If you want it to be bumpy, put it at 1, but I'm going to do 2, and then click apply. And it's not going to really look too much like a cave. You're going to go to, I think it's tab A. No, it's not. No, maybe it is. Mesh. Yep. Go into click tab A and then go to mesh, transform. Which one is it? Randomize. And then change the randomize down a bit. Golly, it's lagging. For this case, I'm only going to do like 0.001. Make it a little bumpy. Maybe I can turn it up to 0.009. 0.005. 0.003. 0.002. That should be good. Now you got a little bit of bumpiness. Bumpiness is crazy. I know mine's humongous. Even if you like the caves being humongous, you can still scale it down. I'm gonna also put this cave in the Discord link in the comments. Now, if you try to import this, your whole walls will look like very stretched. We're going to fix that by just going here onto your Unity and clicking tab again, A, and then it's U, unwrap. Click U and then unwrap. Smart UV project, just click unwrap. And then it fixes it. And then you can click file, export, FBX, and then export it and then drag it into your Unity project. This one's a different one. I'll also put this one in the comments in the Discord, or in the Discord in the comments. So basically, once you put it in, you're gonna you just got your map right there, just like that, and then click add component and type in mesh collider, and boom. Now you want to click this and click create empty parent and name it nav mesh surface. Click add component and type in nav mesh surface. Then you're gonna see this. Click bake. If you do not see this, I already have a nav mesh surface. You want to go window, package manager, Unity registry, type in AI, then you'll see AI navigation, install it, then you'll see it. Where's my nav mesh surface? Here it is. And when you click bake, click the gizmos up here, and you should see it baked. If it's not, make your map bigger. And now you got your map. Now let's move on to the AI. I don't even know if I have the AI. I don't think I have the AI scripts in. No, I don't. There's gonna be a channel that says Horror AI, where all the stuff's gonna be. Go to there and download the networked Horror AI and the KI script. I'm gonna do that real quick. Once you import it, go ahead and make a monster. I'm not going to show you how to make a monster. I mean, all I'm going to use is my own player model. It's pretty goofy, but ignore it. He fits perfect for a monster. Besides his face, I can just change his face real quick. There we go. Better. It's not even scary, but I don't care. It's just my graphics. So once you're on your monster, just right-click your monster and unpack your monster completely. Click add component and type in networked Horror AI, and you'll see this. Click add component and type in nav mesh agent. Drag on your nav mesh agent to your agent. Click gizmos, and if your little, there's gonna be a cylinder in there. Use the base offset to change where it is. Make sure the cylinder is at the bottom of your gorilla player, or your gorilla, or not gorilla, your monster, and then you can change the height to how tall it is, and then your radius, you can turn it up a bit. I'm only gonna do that. Player tag should be player, and basically what you have to do is you have to go on your gorilla rig, gorilla player, and go on your left and right hand controller, right click 3D object sphere. If you already have what should I call it, room computer, if you watch my code computer, you already have 2 spheres, and create a sphere with ish trigger radius 0.06, put a tag as player and a layer as hand tag, and it should chase you. Once you do it, you're gonna have points. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna create an empty. You're gonna name it points, and you're gonna create another empty inside of it and just not name it. And then you gotta drag it, and that first one will be your point, first point. So your monster will travel over to that point, and if it reaches that point, it will go to another. So go on your player model monster, and where it says points, put in your points. I'm only doing 2 for just tutorial purposes. Now we gotta go here. Detection range. If you click gizmos, you'll see this big red little circle around it. That's the detection range. So if your player is in this range, it will detect it and it will chase it. So I'm gonna just do 10. And chase speed is how fast it is when it runs when your player is in that range. That's how fast your monster will run towards you. I'm just gonna do. I mean, I guess I should keep it at 7. I'm not really showing you that it works, but it should work. And you can kind of just mess with that. Then after you do that, do KI, and you're gonna see the KI script. That is the jump scare. Gorilla player, set that as your gorilla player. Respawn point, just create it empty and put it at your respawn point. I don't have one, so maps to disable. This is really important. Your whole map, put that in maps to disable. So like basically, well, not your whole map, but like just whatever is interfering in the way of that game object. So like say the game object was behind, like say it was over here. This would be this wall would be interfering with it. So I would want this to disable, but that means if I go over here, I drop. So I recommend making like a different room that you respawn at. Delay before enabling, I'm going to give you this. Put 0.5. That is really good. And then time before teleport, put 0.3. Jump scare object, you just go in your main camera, right click, Pro Builder or 3D object, and a cube. It's probably not going to go straight to your main camera. You're just going to go 0, 0, 0. Click F to go to it. And then I already know my camera is facing, I think, yeah, it's facing the... And just kind of position it where your camera is. Click game, you can see. And then you can kind of just make an animation in it and just disable it. Let me go over to my chimp fix. Okay. And then once you do that, jump scare duration, that's how long the jump scare is. I just would recommend 2 seconds. Is jump scaring, keep it on. Oh, keep it on. And that is how you set up a horror AI to your Gorilla Tag fan game. I will click play and I'll show you that it wanders, but I don't have anything for it to jump scare or respawn at, so I'm not gonna really show you that. So even though it's backwards, it's the points are broken a little bit. But yeah. And also, people are going to probably beg me, what happens if my monster does not jump scare my player? Say it hits your player, but it doesn't jump scare it. Click add component, add 2 box colliders. And put one of them on his trigger. And click this and make one bigger than the other. So like, this one will just be... I gotta click this. This one will be bigger than that one. And if I move this, you can tell that this moves. So this one, the bigger one needs to have his trigger on. And then it fixes it. But yeah. And if your monster ever turns backwards, just turn your armature until it fixes it. That's not my armature. That's my armature. So like now if I play, it should go forwards. So now if I look, he goes forwards. Even though he travels to that one point, it's just because it's screwed up. It's okay though. I mean, he still travels to the point, and you can open it and it'll show you where its next destination is usually. See how it's like over here? I mean, it should work for you. And if you have any issues, please join the Discord. I will help you. And yeah, for now, goodbye.